Today, we're diving into one of the most intense and emotional arcs in Petals of Reincarnation, an episode that completely changes how we see the greats and what it really means to be human. The episode 5 begins with a haunting realization. Petals slowly scatter around Funasaka's neck, and in that moment, he realizes something terrifying. He has gained power, a talent beyond human limits. But in exchange, his memories begin to disappear. At first, he doesn't resist, because those memories feel unimportant. Who he was, what he loved, what he lived for, all of it starts fading away. And yet, he accepts it without hesitation, because all he wanted was to fight. We move to the present battlefield. Touya stands in front of Funasaka, desperate. He shouts, "You don't have to die like this. There must be something you want to accomplish." That one line shakes Funasaka. For a moment, his heart trembles. Something I want to accomplish? And suddenly, everything becomes clear. But not in the way Touya hoped. Funasaka smiles and says, "Thank you, Touya." But then he steps forward and tells him, "Do not interfere in this battle," because now he understands himself completely. He never wanted to save anyone. He never cared about humanity. He just wanted a battle where both sides destroy each other completely. Then Rudel speaks. He agrees. He reveals his truth. He chose his side not for justice, not for humanity, but simply to enjoy the thrill of battle. Two warriors, no ideals, no purpose, just instinct. Then Rudel reveals something important. Why didn't he attack Touya? Because of Xiang Yu's request. Spare those who still carry their future. Touya is different. He still has a name, a future, a life ahead, unlike them who have already lost everything. And with that, the battle begins. No hesitation, no holding back, just pure destruction. Meanwhile, the episode shows something shocking. Hathcock and Heiha both have died after fighting each other to the end. And far away, Xiang Yu is watching everything, calm, silent, as if all of this was already planned. Cut to another group, Haito and her team. They arrive at the enemy base. But there's no one there. An empty battlefield, a strange silence. Something feels wrong. And then the biggest plot twist hits. Caesar is the spy. The legendary hero was never on their side. Before anyone can react, Yubei is stabbed. Everything stops. Haito's eyes change. Her emotions explode, rage, shock, disbelief. And just like that, a new battle is about to begin. Meanwhile, Newton and Ein face off against Pol and Hitler. At first, they try to outsmart them. They mock Pol, provoke him, and attempt to break their coordination. Their plan seems clever, calculated, almost perfect. But Hitler is watching everything, silently, carefully, analyzing every move. And then, the truth hits. They were the ones being manipulated. Everything, the distance, the reactions, even Pol's movements, it was all part of the enemy's plan. Newton and Ein walked straight into a trap. Overpowered, outplayed, no way out. But then something unexpected happens. Hitler stops. She looks at them and decides not to kill them. And then she says something that completely changes everything. We don't kill humans. We only kill those who have lost themselves to their talents, those who pretend to be greats. That moment shifts the entire perspective, because it means they don't see themselves as villains. They see themselves as judges, people who eliminate those who have abandoned their humanity. And then, before leaving, Hitler adds one final warning. Don't trust Neumann blindly. That single line plants doubt, a crack in their trust, a question that won't go away. Who is really on their side? So they return to base. They confront Neumann. They question her about the enemy, about the war, about everything that doesn't make sense. Because now, nothing feels normal anymore. The enemy didn't act like villains. They didn't kill without reason. They had a purpose. And Neumann feels like he's hiding something. The tension rises, is ready. If Neumann doesn't answer, they'll force the truth out of him. But then something strange happens. Newton's behavior changes. The same Newton who was ready to fight suddenly backs down. He starts defending Neumann, telling Ein to stop. And Ein realizes this isn't normal. Something is wrong. Newton is taken to their side, leaving Ein alone, completely isolated, surrounded by uncertainty. Friend or enemy? Ein doesn't know anymore. And for the first time, The real fear isn't the battlefield. It's not knowing who you can trust. Back to the battlefield, the fight reaches its climax. Rudel defeats Funasaka. Funasaka's body begins to collapse. His immortality, he's dying. But in his final moments, he looks at Touya, not as a soldier, not as a great, but as a friend. And then he says, "You've always wanted this power, haven't you?" Touya is shocked. But Funasaka continues, "This is my first and last request." And then he gives his ability, immortality, transferred to Touya, his final gift, his final trust, and his final goodbye. "Because you're naive, I can believe in you." And just like that, Funasaka dies. Silence. Touya is left alone, but he keeps moving forward. Because now he carries more than just power. He carries a will, a purpose. Finally, Touya reaches the castle, and what he sees is horrifying. Graves, countless graves, and on them, the names of the greats. Everyone is already dead. This war was never meant to be won. It was meant to end everything. And at the center, waiting calmly, Xiang Yu, the man behind it all. Touya steps forward. The final confrontation is about to begin. And just like that, this episode leaves us with more questions than answers. Who are the real enemies? Those who fight for humanity or those who refuse to lose themselves? Funasaka chose battle and lost everything. But in the end, he trusted Touya with something far more important than power, his final will. Meanwhile, doubt begins to spread. Neumann's truth is still hidden. The enemy's purpose is still unclear, and the line between human and monster is slowly disappearing. Now, Touya stands at the edge of the final battlefield, facing Xiang Yu, facing the truth. And whatever happens next will decide everything. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and support the channel. This is A4 Anime, and I'll see you in the next one.